Hey, what's going on, family? This is Tariq Nasheed, and I'm out here in the beautiful city of Washington, D.C., and I want you to join me this June 15th, 2024, for the Rally for Reparations Juneteenth celebration right here in Freedom Plaza. We came here to Freedom Plaza a few years ago. We turned up, turned out. It was a phenomenal event, and we're coming back to do it again, and we want to see you here. This year, we're going to have so many phenomenal speakers. We're going to have me hosting. We're going to have Brother Reza Islam, Sister Vicky Dillard, Greg Marcel Dixon, Black Alpha, Afro Elite, Dr. Randy Short, Dr. Mayat, and a very special music performance by hip-hop legend Big Daddy Kane. So family, you do not want to miss this. Come enjoy your foundational Black American heritage and celebrate it at the Rally for Reparations right here, Juneteenth celebration. For more information, go to rallyforreparations.com. That's rallyforreparations.com. We will see you here.
All right. Waiting on everybody to get on in. Doing the late night tap in. Everybody come on in the room. Glad to have you guys tuning in on this lovely weekend. And we're ready to chop it up like you know how we do. Ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys are having a great weekend so far. And, in a couple of weeks, the historic Rally for Reparations / Juneteenth celebration. It's coming up soon in Washington, D.C., June 15th at Freedom Plaza. That's on a Saturday. Everybody needs to be out there. We got a lot of phenomenal speakers I'm going to be hosting. We're going to have Reza Islam, Vicky Dillard, Randy Short, Afro Elite, Black Alpha. So many phenomenal people. Sister Dr. Mayat. It's going to be a very powerful event, and we're going to have the legendary hip-hop legend Big Daddy Kane performing, so you don't want to miss this, DC. In fact, family, I want to, if I post up the flyer, could people start sharing the flyer on their pages? Later on, I will post up the flyer, and I would like for everybody, and it's a high-resolution flyer, if everybody could start posting the flyer, and some of you could print it out, because I know some people were asking about printing the flyer out and posting it around different cities, especially in DC, that would be great too. So I will put up the high res. So everybody, if you can post the flyer, that would be great. But you know what? Let me do it can I do it here? I'll do it later. Because I don't want to start digging around in my phone now that we got a lot of people in here. What's up, Sean? What's up, Average? What's up, Re-Ups? What's up, Grimes? What's up, Harley? I see you got your OnlyFans cleavage ready. Trying to do something funny for a little piece of money. I ain't mad at you. I'm still out here in Atlanta. Shout out to Atlanta. The weather is very schizophrenic. Yesterday was beaming hot out here, and I had on a sweatsuit, and I was burning up, and I was so hot I had to go to the Lenox Mall and get some short sets and all this stuff. Now it's freezing as hell out here. It's cold as a witch's titty, and I'm walking around in shorts. So yeah, this Atlanta weather is real funny style, and there's water pipe leakages all over the city. I don't know what's going on with that. There was a major water outage. A main pipe busted downtown, and it just shut the water off for a large area of downtown. I had to change hotels because my hotel, the whole hotel, didn't have water. We couldn't bathe, we couldn't flush the toilet. Megan Thee Stallion, they had a concert here. They had to cancel the concert because of the water. And the hotel I was staying in before, it was full of Megan Thee Stallion fans and Glorilla fans who were stuck because they couldn't go to the concert. So just imagine just hundreds of musty strippers stuck at a hotel. They didn't know what to do. They couldn't make no money. They don't know what to do. So it's a lot going on out here in Atlanta. It's a lot going on out here. But shout out to ATL. Much respect to ATL. But anyway, so today's the question is, what has Pan-Africanist groups, what have they accomplished? I saw a tweet earlier. Somebody was talking about how Malcolm X wanted Black Americans and the independent African nations to link up. And okay, a lot of folks don't know those African nations low key rejected really linking up with us. They rejected that to a certain degree. And we always get people hopping in our mix trying to do the Pan Africanist thing. Oh, y'all ain't FBA, y'all is really African. They keep trying to Africanize us. Yo, African roots, you never stop being African. Y'all is African peoples. No matter how long ago y'all been away from Africa, you is African peoples. And these Pan-Africanist groups, they always get into our reparations conversations. Family, let's ask a real question. What do these Pan-Africanist groups actually accomplish? And that's a legitimate question. That's not a gaslight. Do we have any Pan-Africanists in the room? Just think about that, family. That's a legitimate question. What do they actually accomplish? These Pan-African groups don't really ever accomplish anything. You're never in Africa. The people who are always telling us how we got to go to and build Wakanda and Akon City, they're never in Africa. They're always over here telling us what we should and shouldn't be doing. And there's always this shaming tactic. If we don't sit here and make believe that we got some kind of Pan-Africanist connection, oh, y'all ain't keeping it real. Y'all must be the FBI or something. Y'all must be the CIA or something. No, that's a projection because, truth be told, the CIA and the FBI in the 1960s and the 70s and now, but when you look at old documents, many of those Pan-Africanist organizations were created by the CIA. Do y'all know that? Many of them Pan-Africanist organizations were actually CIA fronts. They had no problem sitting up here talking about, yeah, we need to go to the motherland. And that's not really a threat because the white supremacists know that Africa has already been decimated politically and economically. They know that. So us talking about going there, that's not a threat at all. They'll fund that. That's why they have African studies courses at all of these universities. They have no problem getting black folks and teaching us about all the things in Africa, which is cool. That's some of that knowledge is cool, but notice the white supremacists don't really have a problem with that. If we want to sit here and talk about all the things in Africa and ancient Kemet, they'll fund that. But notice the energy changes when we start talking about our history and lineage and rightful compensation claims here on this land. Now that's when everybody starts getting their thong in a bunch, right? When we start talking about our foundational Black American history and our indigenous history here, then everybody gets on alert. Everybody's antennas go up. You understand? Everybody gets hostile. Look at how hostile they are towards us. When we start talking about, hey, this is our land, let's uncover our Black history here on this land. All of a sudden, people get real weird. And truth be told, and I talked about this some weeks before, you don't see a lot of anthropology talk in North America. You don't see a big mainstream study of anthropology in North America. They don't like to talk about some of the ancient things and artifacts they find in North America. You don't see that. Now, they got Egyptologists um, all day, every day, each way from Sunday. They'll talk about ancient Egyptology and all the archaeology there all day. They have no problem doing that. But in North America, boy, they don't like to talk about ancient archaeology. Because our good brother James Small said, yeah, every time they put a shovel in the ground, they're going to dig up something black. You see, they're not going to dig up the Siberian and the Mongolian red natives. They're not going to dig that up. When they start digging in the ground here in North America and all the Americas, you're going to start digging up some black stuff. You're going to dig up big noses and big lips and braids, just like they did down in Central America when a Mexican farmer was digging around and he found those Olmec statues buried in the ground. You see, there's a lot of that in the Americas. They don't like talking about it. But I want y'all to notice there's not a lot of anthropology that's mainstreamed here in the America, because you keep digging, a lot of us don't come up. A lot of real answers that a lot of folks don't want put out there is going to come up, that we've been here for a long time. It is. That's why they bury white writers like the Leo Werners and the von Woutenau's and some of these white men, and Constantine Rafinesque and these people who were doing anthropology work, and they kept coming to the Smithsonian and all of the authorities saying, "Hey, listen, I was doing some study and some research, and a lot of these Native American and Aboriginal tribes that we keep talking about, you know, they were niggas, right?" And they, oh, he's crazy. Don't say that. You did. They did that to Constantine Rafinesque. They tried to make him seem like he was an eccentric anthropologist, because he kept telling people about all of the black Aboriginal tribes that were running around the Americas. These white men saying this stuff. So they kind of buried that history. So when we start talking about our lineage and our history here, that's when people get shaky. But nobody has a problem talking about Pan-Africanism and what goes on in Africa. And the Pan-Africanist always comes in our mix trying to shame us into upholding a false Pan-Africanist narrative that they're not holding up over there. Nobody over there is really trying to link up with us in real numbers unless there's a scam. And again, we've been pointing out all of the scams that's been going on when brothers and sisters go over there to Ghana, when they had that, oh, everybody come on the year of return, y'all come on over here. And family, there's video after video after video after video of black people going over to Ghana and getting the scams put on them. They're getting scammed left and right. And that's just the reality. That's nobody hating. You can look at the videos. People are going over there, they're buying properties, spending thousands of dollars. The land is getting finessed from them. That's why they wanted us over there, so that we can be fresh scam meat. And that's the long and short of it. Let's keep it a buck. Because my thing is, if I see my folks getting scammed, I'm not going to sell you no dream, man. I'm not going to sit up here um, trying to be the king of Wakanda and all that old bullshit. I'm going to keep it a buck. And I've been over there. I've been to some of those African nations, and I've talked to them. And truth be told, they're not really trying to have us come over for real, and build with like dual citizenship. Because look, I've been all around putting that dual citizenship bug in their ear, and they're just not biting. And I'm telling you from firsthand experience, they ain't really trying to build like that. Unless we can come over there with a bag, that's all they're interested in. And that's not Pan-Africanism, that's scamming. It's not our duty to sit up there and be scammed by folks. You dig? That's the long and short of it. And we're not trying to denigrate nobody. But don't let these so-called Pan-Africanists come in the rooms and try to shame us into not upholding a false, non-existent Pan-Africanist ideology that nobody else is upholding. I would like some Pan-Africanists to call up to prove me wrong. Show us what some Pan-Africanist organizations actually got going on that's thriving and successful. You understand? Let us know. Let's get some of these calls in here. Let's get Let's get some calls in here. Let's get Ethang. Ethang, you ready? All right. So let's get ethnic in
Oh,
here.
I'm ready to read. My bad.
Okay,
My bad.
go ahead, Ethang. Go ahead.
So I wanted to pose this question, right? And I kind of wanted to ask you this for the wrong side. So wouldn't true Pan-Africanism be telling the Oromo tribe to stop genociding this tribe, or telling this tribe to stop genociding that tribe? And true Pan-Africanism is uniting the African continent from top to bottom,
Exactly.
not telling us what the fuck we need to be doing. Sorry, Tariq, or what we should be doing and who we should be uniting with.
Exactly. That's the thing. They only bring that to us, by the way. You never say that to all of them damn tribes over there. You're not Pan Africanizing none of them. My thing is the answer to your Pan African is to start with the tribes first. Start with all of those gazillion tribes banging each other in the head. Start with them first and then holler at us. When y'all get it together, come show us the Pan African package. They don't go to the Caribbean telling them, y'all need to be Pan Africanists. We all got to link up. Yeah, yeah, no, you don't do that to them. But see, here's the thing, a lot of the Pan Africanists are actually here. The people who talk about Pan Africanism and these Pan African organizations, they're here. We got to ask some real questions, family. If you have these Pan African groups always in our mix, they ain't never got nothing going on in Africa. What the hell is their purpose? Because people don't do things just to be doing them. You understand? I'm telling you, a lot of these Pan Africanist groups and organizations and people are people who are operatives for the FBI and the CIA. We better be very clear about that. We better understand how the op game is real. There's some real ops out there. And when you have people who come in our mix and with these Pan Africanists, the only thing they do is come among us and try to disrupt things. Do you notice that? The only thing they do is come around us trying to disrupt any momentum we got. If we trying to get something going on with reparations, their job is to come around here and try to disrupt the energy and talk about some non-existent Pan-Africanism that they got going on that ain't nowhere to be seen. Let's get ethnic in here.
Oh, hello, sir.
What's up, ethnic?
Hey, I just want to say, firstly, I'm a massive fan of yours. Have been for years, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, we have a bit in common.
Like what?
Well, I actually hail from Detroit, despite my speaking pattern.
You wait, no. Where'd you go? Where did you live before you lived in Detroit?
Jamaica.
Jamaica. There you go.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
All right.
But I've got like my mother comes from Bessemer, Alabama.
Okay.
So, and our family actually, original name was
Oh,
Washington.
wait. Your mother came from Bessemer, Alabama?
Yeah, she came from Bessemer, Alabama.
Okay, then why? Okay, is she Jamaican?
No, she's American, actually.
Okay, where'd you get an accent? Because you get your accent from your mother generally. So why are you talking with Jamaican? Well, not even Jamaican. You have a British accent. So
Yeah,
something ain't.
I grew up. I grew up in London a long time ago.
Okay, but you all over the place.
Yeah, I'm actually quite old too. I'm like 50 something years old. So, and I've lived in Detroit, and I've lived in London, and I've lived in Singapore, China, visited most of Northern Africa, popped down to South Africa, popped
Mhm.
down to Asia, EMA, the whole EMEA thing. So, and I went to school in Boston, and I wrote this little um, thesis a long time ago. I'll just, I won't take up too much of your time. I'll just kind of get quick into. You can look at my Twitter, kind of like, well, X, whatever it is, and dig deeper into this whole thesis concept that I've been just fucking around with over the years. Um, it was called Ethnic Assets, and then I actually published it.
Well, now what's this? What's the ethnic assets
Uh,
about? What's the thesis about?
Yeah, like well, like I said, I don't want to like distract from your Pan Africanist theme here, but ethnic assets is more conceptual. It's complements, hopefully complements what you're doing. I think you're on the right track. To be honest, I think what you're doing is not unlike what Ken Hendry is doing in London. You may have heard of this guy. He wrote a book called it's like The Disease of Whiteness. I mean, he just really goes in on whites and the whole colonialism and of the Caribbean and Africa and America is really. Ken Hindi. God, I can't say his name.
Okay, get your thoughts together, brother. I'm trying to. I try to give you a chance, but you just babbling, bro. Get your thoughts together. All right. If y'all call up, get your thoughts together. Because I try to give you a chance. You know, if you say something interesting or sound like it might be interesting, all right, I'll give you a shot. But you just can't get up here and babble. All right, you just babbling. All right. And if I'm getting bored, my audience is getting bored. All right, I got to think about the audience. They don't want to hear that. I feel my audience. I feel them, they feel me, and I don't want to bore them with babble. See, I got this. It's called ethnic assets, and hello, Pip Pip, and it's sort of like Kinji. Have you heard of him? Yes, it was something along the lines of. Hold on, let me get a spot of tea. Oh, yeah, yummy. But listen, something along the lines of this. I want to elaborate on something similar to Cornel West and Degrassi, people of that nature. Well, you just kind of like to hear your goddamn self talk, man. You come on, bro. You kind of like to hear yourself talk. You know, flesh your stuff out, brother. Flesh it out, man. Get it together. Get that Peppa Pig shit up out of here. All right. Now let's get Arthur in here. Arthur, what's up, man?
How you doing, Tariq?
Hello, how are you, sir? I'm just sitting here drinking, eating an English muffin, reading some Maya Angelou.
You know you missed your calling as a stand-up comedian. You know that, man. Anyway, two things. The first one, real quick. I'm in Chicago. I went to see Microphone Check. Excellent work, brother. Excellent.
Thank you so much, brother.
Okay. Second thing, to your point about Pan-Africanists being disruptive, the prime examples of those are NARC, Cobra, and First Repair, who are contractors to the Democratic Party and whose sole purpose is to keep reparations an issue, not an accomplishment.
Right. Man, and I remember doing a lecture in Boston years ago, and some Cobra people came up there, and they were trying to give me pamphlets and try. Oh yeah, Cobra, man, we got a lot of good things going. They came up to one of my lectures trying to sell me on the Cobra stuff. And I'm like, all right, y'all ain't really. I'm looking at their pamphlets, and it was all about reparations ain't all about some money. It's all about repatriation. I said, oh hell no, repatriation, hell no, sending us back to the motherland, nigga, please. They immediately turned me off. So yeah, man, we got to watch these groups that come around with this stuff. We got to watch them, man. Let's get Burn It Turn, and then we'll get XL, Burn It Turn, and XL. Burn It Turn first. Burn, hop on, brother. It's your turn. All right.
Hey, Tariq.
What's up,
I'm
brother?
sorry. It's Burn It Earn, but yeah. I just want to let you know, bro. I've been following you for a minute, bro. I went back to school in like 2014. I seen the first Hidden Colors in a classroom, and ever since then it just changed my life.
Yeah.
What I wanted to talk to you about. Oh, I was gonna let you know so you know who I am. I'm the dude that was at the LA premiere for the Microphone Chick, and sitting on your same aisle, and you kicked over my soda.
Oh, you the big dude?
Yeah.
Man, my bad, brother. I remember you.
I want my $5 too. Nah, I'm fucking with you.
You with your lady, weren't you?
Yes, sir.
How's your queen doing, man?
Oh, she's doing good. She's at work right now, but she enjoyed the movie as well.
Yes, indeed. I kicked over this brother's soda by mistake, and he was like, "Oh man, ain't no big deal." But he looked thirsty. He's a big brother. He looked like, "God damn it, I gotta wash this popcorn down." And Tariq fucked me up.
Oh no, they have free refills, so it was gravy.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So what's
Um,
going on, bro?
so what I wanted, I seen the topic of the space. This is my first time in Twitter space. I'm just learning how to do this thing. You know what I'm saying?
I
But
feel you.
I seen the topic, and first thing I thought of, the only thing that they really mattered, that they really managed to do was just water down our movement. You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
come over here and then they claim to be part of us, but then they kind of vote against us. I
Yeah.
kind of learned this when I was working in a boys group home, and in boys group homes they have a lot of African people that work there. And I was just talking politics with one of them, and I was just like, man, it hit me like you guys are so far from our actual politics, and the way that we moved is just crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How they can look so much like us, but not actually be us. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. Yes, indeed, man. But I feel you. Thank you so much. He reminded me of something. Y'all remember the other day I had that tethered nurse that hold on, Nick. That tethered nurse, that Sudanese chick. She was from South Sudan, I think, and she was a nurse in Arizona. Um, yeah, I think people found her identity because she tried to hide who she was after we did the broadcast because she's a nurse, but she was talking real greasy about foundational Black Americans. Talking about, yeah, I got to take care of y'all. Y'all be all fat and all them chemicals y'all be eating. So she was talking real greasy about foundational Black Americans. Yet she's a nurse and she's in charge of taking care of sickly foundational Black Americans. So a lot of people were like, hey, man, we need to see who this woman is and kind of report her ass. And some of y'all actually found her little old musty self. I need to post that information up because people kind of found out who she was. And I think they found out she'd been arrested before. They pulled up her whole little tether rap sheet. But yeah, that's a dangerous thing, man. We got to understand a lot of these tethers work in the medical industry. A lot of them tethers be getting them fake nursing degrees, so they be scamming their way into the medical field and the nursing field, and they bring that vitriol with them, and then they end up being in charge of watching over sick foundational Black Americans. And family, I've heard horror stories about these folks beating up on patients, doing real weird stuff. You understand? So we got to keep our eyes and ears open, man. Us kind of looking at how these tethers roll, that's not us being xenophobic. That's us being very cautious because we look at folks and think, okay, they Black like me. They going to be on code like me. We don't understand how some of these tethers identify with the white supremacists and they'll do real devious stuff behind our backs. We don't really understand how deep that thing is. Let's get Danielle and then we'll get Nate. Danielle?
Thank you. I really want to unpack this for all of us. The minute we all got on the boats, we were written off, and you could tell by the way that how no one came looking for us. I don't think not one boat from Africa on our behalf came looking. We were written off. So now
Hmm.
just imagine when we were, under pressure like we are under the pressure of white supremacy. You can't help but become a diamond. Now that the coal has been cracked open and the diamonds have shown through, because they made a deal with white supremacy on top of white supremacy making that deal with them. Can you imagine how cheated they feel when they made a deal with white supremacy that they would have a safe place under it, and yet and still we're the ones who came out from the belly of the beast with all of this, and we're doing things that have exceeded everybody's expectations. So what does that come up as? That comes up as cognitive dissonance. And
Hmm.
now that you have cognitive dissonance on top of being a professional victim is someone who blames others for what they did to themselves. So they held on to a belief that we were inferior, and now that we are proving otherwise to their belief. Now they have to self heal.
Well, it's the white supremacist tether. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go
Yes,
ahead.
I land. Thank you.
Thank you, dear. Yeah, you were cooking. It was just the white supremacist popped up here making flushing sounds and all that. He had moved his thong around and his bussy was queefing. That's all that was. That's all that was. A little bussy queef. All right, let's get Nate. Nate in the building.
Yeah, yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. What's going on, Nate?
Hey, Tariq, how you doing, brother?
I'm good.
Long time listener, long time fan. You put me on to consciousness back when I saw the first Hidden Colors, maybe 12 years ago.
Oh yeah.
So I've always been a fan, and man, I've been putting other people on it. Every movie that you drop, I have people come over and we watch. We have a watch party. You know, we put on a big screen and we got the family and people on the block. And I got a lot of people that's you know that's up on your movement and up on your work and everything. But I wanted to say, I'm from Chicago, and I was out there at the premiere with I saw Afro Elite and everything,
Oh yeah.
and it was crazy because when I first came in at the beginning, it was some of them folks and some I don't want to say Latinos, but you know, they was in there and they were down more in the front row and everything. And I guess we had more of a presence. You know, the FBAs was coming in, so they stood on the side, and then they said, "Oh, we must be in the wrong movie because this ain't what we came to see." I
Mm,
said, "Oh, so I'm kind of seeing the vitriol. Like y'all knew the movie theater y'all was coming in, but y'all had thought we weren't going to be up there like that. It kind of seemed like that. So
interesting.
yeah, it is what it is. Though they cleared out early, and we had a ball. We had a blast. It was off the chain.
Yeah.
Man, great work, great film. I think it can get it. I think it can get it nominated for an Oscar.
Yeah. An
Yeah,
Oscar.
for Oscar. Yeah, man, because it's one of the best documentaries that came out in a long time. It's factual and it's on one of the biggest subjects in the world right now, which is hip hop.
It is.
And we are the founders and co-creators. FBA all day. I rock with you. You got mad support, mad love from Chicago to Milwaukee. So keep doing your thing, brother. And I'm
Thank you
right
so
back.
Yeah,
Thank
man,
you.
Chicago really showed out heavy. They showed up and showed out heavy for the film, man. And people loved it, man. Just rave reviews for the film all the way across. If you have not seen Microphone Check, you really got to treat yourself, man. And we're going to really push for this thing to be Oscar nominated because it's that good. People really love it, man. Just the reviews are just top notch, even from the media. Because we invited the media to the New York one, and the media, man, they've been raving over it. And I'm talking about the mainstream media. And you know what's interesting, man? A lot of the hip hop radio, the corporate hip hop radio, they're still somewhat quiet about it. I want y'all to understand the corporate hip hop radio, they're still kind of quiet about it, which is very interesting because these corporate hip hop radio entities that set up here and let folks lie about the history. They had no problem platforming the lies. Now that the truth is out there on a big screen and big technicolor, now they want to get quiet about it. Interesting. Prophet, go ahead, brother.
Hey, what's going on, bro? How you?
I'm good. What's going on, Prophet?
Doing good, man. I'm here in Atlanta. I wanted to say congratulations on the success of Microphone Check. I was at work. I didn't get to check it out, but I'm ready for that thing to come out on streaming.
Yes,
Um,
indeed.
as far as like kind of on topic, I'm curious as to why. Well, a few things. I want our people to continue to dive into their lineage and their history because a lot of people are breaking down that slave trade theory, and some people did come on ships, but I think that is aggrandized to an extent. I don't think it's as much as people would seem. I don't think we all
Right.
came over here on ships and things of that nature. But my other thing is, why are people from the diaspora or mostly Africa, why do they feel like so much like we need to get black? Why is it so much vitriol toward black Americans? Why you black Americans are African? Why don't they give that same energy towards Jamaicans, Caribbeans, Brazilians? Well, Brazil has like the second largest black population in the world next to Africa. Why are these people aren't going to other black populations and telling them that they're African? Why is it always you black Americans are ashamed of your lineage? They don't give that smoke to anybody else. Why is that?
Exactly. That's a very good question because you never have them go to Jamaicans and say, you're supposed to say you're Afro Jamaican. Yeah, they don't do that. You're supposed to be Afro Haitian. You're supposed to be. It's only us because we're the ones. We have been the global icons. We've been the ones that will change and shift cultures multiple times over. We are the progenitors of so many different trends and accomplishments and cultures. No group of Black people has accomplished and built more than foundational Black Americans. Even John Henry Clark said this. So it's very important for them to tether onto us. See, Us claiming them is them tethering on to us. Seven God, what's up, man?
Yeah, what's up, Tariq? How you doing?
I'm good. What's on your mind? Making a lot of noise over there. What's on your mind?
You were saying, talking something about Africans scamming FBAs. Do you have
Yes.
any? But that's a lie. That's wrong. How come?
Are you
Uh,
saying that's not wrong? That y'all not scamming us when we go over there?
Probably when you're trying to buy lands over here, maybe you're going through the wrong source, or you're going through the back door. If you go through the government, or if you go through the Ministry of Lands and Urban Development, I don't think you get scammed.
Really? So everybody, so all these dozens of black people who go over there, they're lying about being scammed?
Can you hear me, please?
I can hear you. Are you saying that all of the black people who are making videos just by the dozens, saying that they're going over there to different African nations and getting scammed, you think that they're all lying?
Yeah, because this accusation you put in is a very
Okay,
disastrous
so then
aggravation because
why
you
would dozens of people why would dozens of people who don't know each other lie? Why would they lie?
because you're trying to say the government of these countries, these African countries, are the ones scamming you because they're the rightful ones to sell you land. So are you trying to say the government is scamming you?
Not me, because I'm not going over there, but several other people are claiming that they're being scammed over there. You're saying they're all lying. So why are they lying?
They're being scammed because they're not going through the right source. They're going through the back door.
What
Maybe
you
they
say the
didn't.
government, because some of these people are going through the government agencies, and when they're getting their land confiscated, the government there ain't doing nothing to stop it. So they're complicit, sir.
But I've not seen anybody testify about that. Going through the
There's
government, the
dozens of
government
people.
cannot scam you because if the
You
government do such, you can sue the government. The
no,
government
you
will
can't,
never do such a thing.
sir. So you got police over there who's a part of the government that's always forcing people to give them bribes. What are you
No,
talking
no,
about?
no, that's a normal thing for police worldwide. Police are known for
No,
that worldwide. But I'm talking about the government,
no,
the
no, no, no,
higher
no. That
authority.
no, that is not normal worldwide. See how these tethers think? They think everybody's supposed to be damn scamming. No, police here in the U.S. don't walk up to people and say, "Hey, give me $100 and I'll let you go." They don't do that here. No, they don't do that in Britain, sir. No, everybody don't have this dusty, musty, scamming mentality, sir. What are you talking about?
Okay, what about
What about what? Lord, boy, these tethers. What about what, man? Anyway, I'm tired of this lying tether. I don't want to hear no more lies. I'm sorry, guys. That's okay. I don't want to hear no more lying tether. Let's get brother Sage in the building. Sage, Sage, Sage. Let's show light, brother.
Peace to the family, brother. How's everything going with you?
I'm good, man. What's on your mind, bro?
I'm chilling, brother. Yo, how did that empanada mama digest in your system? You good? I was worried about you that night. I ain't
It
gonna
was,
lie,
it was
brother.
actually pretty good. It was actually pretty good. It wasn't that bad. It was actually good.
Okay, I was worried about you. I'm like, dog, don't eat nothing out here in New York and then have it fuck you up, man. You gonna go
I,
back to LA shitting on us crazy, man.
no, it was cool in the gang. It was good out there. Where you at, man? You got the babies with you?
Now, so my aunt, I'm just getting back now from my aunt. We just celebrating her 89th birthday.
Oh
So
wow.
yeah, so shout out to her, man. I'm just literally getting back, man, from it. It was an amazing, get together with the family. We all had, good. A lot of people came up from South Carolina. Shout out to them. I put her on to you, man. I was playing, some of your stuff earlier and she sleep now, but definitely shout out to you again because she went through because she was telling me about watching the Little Rock Nine on television and
Yeah.
obviously, we wasn't around then. I know you're 75 years old, bro, but we
Oh
wasn't around. Stop.
yeah.
But we wasn't around then.
Yeah.
And she talked to me about like, segregation, her not being able to go to like certain schools and all that. And there's certain things that she just doesn't know, even though she lived for 89. Oh my Lord. Yo,
Oh,
shut that baby up, bro.
Okay,
Sorry
okay.
about that.
We're gonna get you back because them kids are okay. Yeah, we got to get you back up. Say y'all got to give them kids some cookies or something. And what? Okay, what time is it, by the way? It's it's almost 2 a.m. Sage. What are them babies doing up this time? What are them kids doing up this time of night? You got to put them to sleep, Sage. You gotta put on Cocoa Melon and give them some milk. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Them kids are showing out.